I mean, I know that was pretty awesome. But okay. Hey, I'm Sydney D'Amico, and like Marion said, I'm running unopposed, so I am going to be your elections chair next year. I'm really excited to work with the upcoming EC to really make student body great. So I just want to introduce myself. I'm Sydney D'Amico. Thank you.
Treasurer, first we have Haley Denny.
Hey y'all, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Kaylee and I would love to serve y'all as student body treasurer. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to run for until I talked to Kelsey, the current student body treasurer, about this position. And after talking to her about the roles and responsibilities, I knew it would be a perfect fit for me because of my previous experience in my jobs, as well as my interpersonal communication skills. So previously, I worked as the manager of a pool for a few summers, and with this job came a lot of responsibility, and the bulk of that was financials. So I was in charge of the daily operations of all the money, as well as budgeting in the money we needed for chemicals and stocking the concession stand, and making sure that we had enough money to help host free events for the community. And all of these things are things that I'll be able to use in this position as treasurer. While there, I also helped implement like an Excel spreadsheet, and it really helped me utilize and maximize the budget. And after talking to Kelsey, this is a very similar system to what they use for this position, and so I know that I'm not only capable of doing this, but I also feel very comfortable with managing a budget this way. I also know that this position calls for a lot of communication between student body officers as well as the student body, and I know that I'm very capable of that because I feel I'm an approachable person. I've had a job working with the public as well as other employees since I was 16, so I know what hard work and communication does and how far it can get us as a student body. And so I think that between all of these things, I think that I could help make this position a really tight-knit position with all of the other officers, and not only help in my position, but aid in their positions as well. So I hope that I've been able to show y'all not only why I want this position, but why I think I could do a really good job and support y'all the most. So I hope that you vote for me, Kaylee Denny, as student body treasurer.
Brooke Long.
Hey y'all, my name is Brooke Long, and I'm running to be your next student body treasurer. I'm from the small town of Philadelphia, Mississippi. I began my journey at Ole Miss as an early entry student. When I first started my PY1 year this fall, I knew that I wanted to be involved, but I really wasn't quite sure how I was going to do that. So after seeing what all the student body officers did, I was like, oh my gosh, that is exactly what I want to do. So although I wasn't sure which position I wanted to fulfill, treasurer seemed to be the best fit for me. So basically what the treasurer does is just manages and distributes the funds within the School of Pharmacy. I believe that I have the communication and money management skills to fulfill this job to its fullest. During my time in college, I have learned how to live on a very tight budget and manage all my bills while still trying to have a little fun. I've also worked as a cashier since I was 16 years old, so I have a lot of experience in dealing with the distribution of money and balancing it forth. Throughout all of my experiences, I have gained valuable skills in money management. I've gained great knowledge in working an Excel sheet after much frustration, and making $5 go on my own. If elected, I want to work with the other officers and increase fundraising so that we have more money to spend. I also want to make the payment of fundraising as easy as possible, so I hope to make sure that everyone has access to pay for everything online. I also would like to put a petition to get an ATM into the pharmacy building because I constantly find myself needing cash for things all over campus. So if you want a dedicated and determined treasurer who will put everything into this position, vote me, Brooke Long, as your next student body treasurer, and also remember, you can't go wrong if you vote Brooke Long. Thank you.
Now moving on to secretary. First, Enid Kreider.
Hey everyone, I'm Anna Kreider. I'm running for student body secretary. As student body secretary, it's crucial that we have an efficient and effective communication system, not just between students, but also between students, organizations, and administration. So in order to improve the communication and coordination between students, I want to bring back the bulletin board system. And so I'll have that week's newsletter posted on it, as well as the the PY2 and PY1 test schedule, and then it'll have available meeting rooms that if you want to set up a meeting with a small group of people, you'll be able to easily schedule that with administration. And then also I want to enhance the newsletter and put a community service link on it. And it'll have a direct link to the GiveGab website, because I feel like most of us forget about GiveGab most of the time. And so it'll have key opportunities available that week that you can sign up for. In terms of between organizations, I want to use an app called Cozy, and it's more discreet and kind of, it's for families, and so I was like, we're a perfect family, right? And with it, you're able to get different color-coded meeting times and whatnot for different organizations, and so that kind of declutters the student body calendar, and you're able to say, oh, AMCP is meeting on 11, and you don't have to get confused with other events going on. I also want to use Facebook more often and be able to post a newsletter on Facebook, because let's face it, I check Facebook before I check my email, and help promote events for organizations more, and so that people know about them and are able to go to them more often. And then in terms of administration, I want to make sure everyone knows the rooms that are available in this building. I feel like sometimes we're like, oh, I didn't know I could use that room. So I want to make sure that you guys know what administration is allowing us to use. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you'll vote for me. Thank you.
Nicole Murray. Hey y'all, I'm Nicole. I'm running for Student Body Secretary. In this position, I would really want to focus on improving our sense of communication as a whole. Just because we're a huge group of people as the School of Pharmacy, and there's so many different groups within that it's easy to become divided and for information to get lost trying to get exchanged or whatever. So some different ways that I want to do that are, first of all, with the newsletter, kind of want to keep that pretty much the same, use the same platform, keep it cute and fun, keep the trivia and prizes in there. I would look into maybe moving it back to Sunday evenings just for the people that plan ahead for the week. But other than that, I probably wouldn't change much about that. One of the big things that I would want to focus on, though, is implementing more of the Google Calendar use within the school, just because you can share it just like you can share a drive. You can make it a public link to where just student body officers can edit it. You can make other calendars, a specific one for certain organizations, a specific one for certain classes, a specific one for tests versus fun things. So I would just really want to use that because it's super accessible, super easy to use. You can download the app on your phone. You don't have to pull out your planner at the doctor's office when you're making your appointments. You could just pull that open. And I know a lot of people use their phones more for planning and time management. Not all of you are like me and have 18 different color pens. So I would really want to make use of that. I also would want to serve as a line of communication. If you have a question but you don't know who to direct it towards, I would just want to be the one that you're okay, I'll just email Nicole. I'm super approachable. I would just want to be there to help y'all communicate better, just because I think communication enhances a sense of community and inclusion, which is super important and what could set us as a School of Pharmacy apart from another one. So those are some really important things that I would focus on in this position, and I think that I would be able to do so well. So I hope that you vote for me, Nicole Murray, Student Body Secretary, not treasurer.
Madison Powers. Hey y'all, my name is Madison Powers and I'm running for Student Body Secretary. I'd like to start by saying that I'm very thankful for the opportunity to run for this position and to serve y'all as your secretary. I started Ole Miss as a freshman in the early entry pharmacy program, and I'm now PY1. I served as conduct council member for all 3 years of my experience in the early entry program, and I'm currently serving as conduct council member of my PY1 class. With this position, I've had the opportunity to work with other officers, other students, and administration, and really enhance my ability to serve others. And I hope that I can extend my service to the entire student body if you elect me as your student body secretary. I'm a very type A, need a game plan, self-discipline kind of person, and I feel like these characteristics enhance my ability to be able to fulfill this position to the fullest. I hope that if you elect me as student body secretary, that I will willfully take on all the responsibilities of the current student body secretary, which would include keeping the newsletter, creating that, sending that out, and working with organizations to make the coordination of scheduled events much more easily coordinated so that we can all work together, we all know what's going on. And I also would like to utilize our resources better. There's a TV in the lounge. I didn't even know this until a couple weeks ago. I don't know if y'all know, but I feel like that would be a good way to communicate within the school. So we'll use it for like reminders, announcements, shout outs, that kind of thing. And it can be personal or professional. I really will encourage student input. So if any student has anything that they feel like should go on it, I really encourage that, and that will be extended to organizations also, so that they can use that resource as a communication within their organization into the student body. And I will work with the officers on the Jackson campus so that we can determine their best resources and the best way to utilize those and serve those students on the Jackson campus. I'm really excited to work with the officers here in Oxford so that we can best serve and be a resource for y'all. And I really encourage student input. I feel like feedback fuels everything, and sometimes things are overlooked as officers get busy doing something, and so student feedback would definitely enhance the student body program. So if you want a secretary that is dedicated, passionate, and has a desire to serve others, then vote for me, Madison Powers, as your next student body secretary.
Vice President Suchetta.
All right, hey everybody, my name is Suchetta. I'm gonna smile one time because I'm really nervous and I can't smile when I'm nervous. Okay, so I'm gonna start out by saying that I'm running for student body vice president, and I clearly understand the demands and duties needed to be vice president, okay? But I'm gonna give you 4 reasons why you should vote me for VP. All right, number 1, we obviously have to have a leader, duh. But we need someone with great interpersonal skills and motivated. So I am a great person to talk to. Actually, my face looks really mean, but I'm really not mean. So come talk to me anytime. And you need someone motivated because you need to get the job done, and I will get the job done. Number 2, personality. I am super outgoing. At the back to school bash, I was a weird person that went to every little group and tried to be friends with everybody and introduce myself. But you know what? That's what we have to do. So as VP, I am going to encourage that because I don't like how we go out and we all stay in our small little groups. We're all one big family, and so I'm definitely going to encourage that. Number 3, I want to help you make memories. 10 to 20 years from now, I don't want you thinking about pharmacy school, oh God, the stressful exams, or I hated my class. No, you love your class, but you don't even know them. So you're going to get to know them because of me. And I also want you to know that you don't realize how many talented and athletic people we have because you haven't gotten a chance to get to know them. So come out tonight and tomorrow and Sunday so you realize all the great people that are here. And so the last one is, I want to get everyone united as a whole. I don't like the little groups. I want everyone to be together because we're all here for the same reasons. And I feel like a lot of us don't realize that we are. So I'm here to help you realize that we can do it together. So let's practice. I want you to repeat after me. Okay? Better with Suchetta. Say it. Better with Suchetta. All right. Thank you. And vote me for VP.
Taylor Sibbles.
All right, that was a tough act to follow.
Oh. All right, guys, I'm Taylor Sibbles. I'm running for y'all's VP. So I want to start off. Let me see a show of hands of how many people like to have fun. Oh, come on. We all like to have fun in here. We're stressed out pharmacy school kids constantly learning about drugs. We need a break from this, okay? But we need to have a break with the people we spend all our time with. You know, the people that understand what we're going through. And I want to be able to provide everybody in this room and everybody who's not in this room with awesome functions. Like, I want y'all who are going to Jackson next year to be like, oh yeah, like formal's coming up, we got to go all the way back up to Oxford. Like, I want to have fun. There's going to be grilled cheeses there, you know, or So, I have so many other ideas. If I get on a roll, I'm never going to stop. So, but I worked as a lead coordinator for a summer school, school-age kid program, and through that experience, I learned how to manage the time and schedules of others. I know how to work on a budget, all the qualities this position needs, and I definitely think that I would be the best option for this position. I want to put the fun in function, PH or not, we can decide later. Also, this position, whenever I heard Jenny get up and tell what her position was, I was like, I want to be Jenny. Please, let me be Jenny. I have the want, the willpower. I have all the qualities this position entails. And I hope y'all put your trust in me. This is y'all's decision, but I promise, who wouldn't want a karaoke night at Milagros or Roosters, that kind of thing for a mixer? Or what about snacks with your class before exams? I'll make sure that happens for y'all in Jackson. I can send snacks y'all's way. But let me put the fun in function and vote Taylor Civils for VP.
Lastly, Natalie Schwalm.
Hey y'all, my name is Natalie Trump and I'm running for your student body VP. I want to take an active role in making sure every student in our student body feels welcome, wanted, and confident in their decision to attend the Ole Miss School of Pharmacy because of the relationships that they have with everybody in this room and everybody in Jackson and the faculty and administrations in the other offices. I want to have planned fun social events that bring not only the people in your class together, but also together with the different classes and also the faculty and administration, to make up for the countless hours I would spend studying, because I'm literally in that room over there all the time. Most of my involvement in undergrad has been for event planning and community engagement. I was president of Students for a Safe Ride, where I was in charge of all of the socials that we plan for fundraisers, and also making sure that we have that connections available with the restaurant and bar owners in Oxford. And from that, I've gained the connections from the restaurants and bars so that we can have those socials at Raptors, at Locals, at Roundtable, wherever y'all want to have a fundraiser, I'll make it happen. I was a part of the special events committee of the Students Activities Association, where we planned the Ole Miss Welcome Week, Homecoming Week, and also the spring concert, and also Hotty Toddy Holidays, where we organize, and cater to the variety of students that we have on campus. And I was the Gamma Beta Phi Conventions Director, where I planned the National Gamma Beta Phi Convention at Ole Miss last year. I was in charge of securing the event venue and also the logistics of the two-day convention, including travel and lodging for over 200 people, and all the promotional material. So I hope to utilize that in the t-shirts that we have. So I want y'all to have the best t-shirts, even though we're not allowed to wear it because professionalism. I'm a part of the Column Society, where I work alongside the director of university and public events, and I hope to get advice from her whenever time comes for our formals, so that we can have the best formals with the chocolate fountains and photo bathe balls. And I hope to utilize the skills and experience I've gained from these organizations in the past, to best serve you as student body VP and plan fun events that we can all get together for. I want to have more Mocha Mondays, because who doesn't need that extra caffeine kick to start off your week? And I want to encourage our faculties and teachers to be there so that we can form that relationship with them outside of the classroom or office hours, because it's kind of weird. And I want to have more social events with the law school, and also expand that to include the graduate school and also the accelerated nursing program, because it's really hard being a graduate student at Ole Miss, because it's only us, and I want to build that relationship with them, and also expand it to include maybe even the UT School of Pharmacy or even Xavier, to build that connection and meet other people, because that's always fun, and we spend so much time studying. I want to have a potluck party close to Thanksgiving or Christmas, so that we can, get together, eat, meet with the individual classes, and just have a good time and do some fun things. All right, thank you, and I would love to hear from y'all. Thank you, and please support me.
Okay, our last section is President-elect. First, we have Mary Reagan Bellagio.
Hey everyone, my name is Mary Reagan, and I'm running for student body president-elect. Being president of my PY1 class this year has really prepared me to take on a leadership role of this caliber. Student body is in a very unique position to work as liaison between the students and the administration. I have some very good ideas of how to implement new communication programs so that we can help make the school more transparent and bridge that gap. Every year on Jackson campus and in the Oxford campus, we're required to go to a certain number of assemblies. So what my plan is I plan to replace one of the speaker lecture style assemblies with a interactive joint feedback assembly with the Jackson campus on video conference, where Dean Bennett, Dean Gregory, Dean Allen, and Dr. McClendon are all present to answer your questions in real time. I've talked to some of the administrators, and they think that this is a really easy way that we can increase the transparency of the school. The way that this will be real-time and interactive is by setting up an anonymous texting portal, so that during the assembly, you can text in your questions, suggestions, concerns, ideas, anything that you have, and they can be answered at that moment so that you know that the deans are hearing what you have to say. This is the first step to increasing the student body's voice being heard. Another thing that I plan to implement is an anonymous Google form. And with this Google form, you can send in your suggestions, ideas, concerns, what have you, throughout any point in the semester, and they can be analyzed ahead of the assembly. And this can be used for academics or for fun. Any formal ideas, those can be sent in also, and we can take those into consideration. This Google form also extends to Jackson. Your issues and concerns matter, and so I want to be able to analyze all of your problems so that we can try to address them on our end, and if we can, resolve them, and if not, try to better prepare the Oxford campus for the challenges to come. By utilizing these new communication programs, the student body's voice will be heard, and we will be able to bridge the communication gap between the administration and the students, and also bridge the Jackson and Oxford campus together. I would love the privilege to serve as your next president-elect, so thanks for listening, and vote Mary Reagan for president-elect.
Last but not least, Adele.
Well, happy Friday, everyone, and happy Olympics weekend. My name is Adele Lee, and I'm running for this year's student body president-elect. I want to start off by saying that I am extremely excited about running for this position. I have talked with current officers, with past officers, as well as administration to really get an insight of the current responsibilities of this position, as well as the potential opportunities I can use this position to do. So, as we all know, student body is in charge of a lot for the School of Pharmacy. I unfortunately don't have very much time, and I have so many ideas, so I'm trying to focus just on my first foundational ideas to build these other ideas on, and that is communication. I have the leadership capability to do this position. I have run statewide positions. I have been pre-pharmacy class president, PY1 secretary-treasurer, class secretary-treasurer, but I'm not looking just to sit here and fulfill these responsibilities. I want this position to be more. I want y'all's input, and my number one thing is that I'm extremely friendly and approachable, as most of you here probably already know. But another thing is that if you are not extremely comfortable maybe coming face-to-face, I also want to implement a suggestion box. Now this suggestion box would be both like a physical suggestion box in the student lounge as well as an online form that you can anonymously state your complaints and your ideas. So whenever you're sitting there complaining to your friend in class about something, or whenever you're like, oh, I wish that they would have done this for Student Body Week, you actually have a way and a trusted resource to come to. Another thing is that I really want to implement the chance for everyone to become a leader. Maybe you're seeking leadership opportunities, but you don't have necessarily, you're not ready to come up and give a speech, or you don't have the time the whole entire year to give to one position. Well, you can bring your ideas to me and say, hey, I want this done during Student Body Week, and I want to be able to be a resource and work with you to do that, as well as give you the recognition to fulfill that position. So by you having organizational chair of this certain part of this week, you can put that title on your CV so that you actually get recognized for your hard work. I think that this year can be absolutely great, and I want to hear from you, and I have so many other ideas that I didn't get to touch on today, such as really networking with other pharmacy schools by doing a joint tailgate, utilizing our professors' knowledge outside of just their classroom knowledge. I want to get to know their experience and research opportunities, as well as really trying to bridge the gap between PY1 and PY2, I want us to come together a little bit more as well as us as a school. I also have really great ideas in order to get to know our administration and staff, custodial, and if it isn't already obvious, I would love to talk to you about these ideas. Please come talk to me after if you want more information because, like I said, I have so many ideas in so little time, and I would love to hear your input, and I feel like that this could be just a great way to really make this year the best that we can have, as well as really get y'all's input to be able to make this year what y'all want it to be. So, once again, my name is Adele, and I cannot promise you awesome free concerts, but I can promise that I will work extremely hard to be able to have your voice heard and to be able to represent you in the best way possible. So please vote for me for Student Body President-elect. Thank you. And see y'all at Olympics.